This is Will Nunziata, New York City-based director and creator of theater, television, and film. And today I am thrilled to be speaking with Ali, aka Heart Pharmacy, an incredible singer, songwriter, producer. But before we get to our interview, here's a sneak peek about Heart Pharmacy.
He's creating every tiny little sound, and he's got this soundboard, and it is wild and crazy the details that go into that. And I don't think everyone gets to appreciate that or quite understand what goes into that. And he's a one-man band.
Well, hello, Ali. How are you?
Doing well, Will. Good to be with you, sir.
Ali, so great to finally meet you after months of being on the books. And listen, the Heart Pharmacy, putting the antidote to all of our music fevers.
You got it.
Did I say that right? I was trying to steal it from your bio.
Yeah. No.
But how do you say it on your bio?
It's pretty much the medicine. Yeah, the prescription to your musical fever.
I freaking love it. Listen, I want to know, Ali, first and foremost. I want to eavesdrop into young Ali.
Sure.
Where were you born? Where'd you grow up? And who were your musical influences growing up?
So I was born in Tehran, Iran, Middle Eastern country, neighboring Iraq. Sure, you're familiar with it. My parents moved to the States when I was 4 years old. There was a Iraq-Iran war going on. I actually remember when I was a little kid, there was like bombs dropping, and I'd have to go into these like underground storage units so I didn't die. But very grateful that my parents, immigrated to America in about 1988, and I wouldn't even be here talking to you if it wasn't for that. So, I've been in America since I was 4 years old. And to answer your second question about my influences, kind of more like junior high area, really got into Blink-182.
Didn't we all, my friend?
Right? Yeah, good old Blink-182. They were a huge influence on me. I mean, I remember there was a channel here that you could get just on regular cable called The Box. And I would sit for hours on end just to wait for that Damn It video to come on there. And I'd kind of mimic what they do. And I didn't yet play the guitar, but Damn It from Blink-182, that song really just inspired me to pick up a guitar and start teaching myself. So that's kind of how it all sprouted.
It's amazing, my friend. I love hearing about artists in those aha moments.
Yeah.
In that, it makes sense now, your inspiration, especially with that band and that song. Sure. And how it's parlayed into everything that you've put out there. I also want to just dig a little deeper into how you parlayed into Heart Pharmacy.
Great question. So I get that question a lot. Like, where did the name come from? Why the name? Why didn't you just go with your name?
I freaking love it, by the way, because obviously I researched you and have done my due diligence, sure. But it allows me to lean in.
Love it. Yeah. It's my older sister was a huge influence on like me creating the name. Honestly, she's a pharmacist at Kaiser Permanente in San Diego. And so you know, her 10 plus years of college and just grinding through everything really inspired, and just her hard work really inspired me to kind of, you know, take my passions as far as I can. And so the pharmacy part came from that. And then the reason I came up with like a band name, even though I'm more of like a one man band, is I knew that if I really wanted to succeed with this, I had to do a lot of self marketing. I had to market myself, um, and so I knew that it'd be easier to you know, when I was speaking to people, to be like, hey, have you heard of the band Heart Pharmacy? They're awesome. You should check it out. You know, kind of for them to not know that it's actually me and I'm kind of pitching or recommending a band that I really like.
I
And
freaking
so I
love it.
thought that that portion would be easy for me as far as marketing. That's why I went with a name. But it really originated from inspiration from my sister. I write from the heart, and then her hard work inspired me. And so I kind of put the two words together.
It's a beautiful narrative. I think it's a beautiful, once people get to know the story behind Ali and Heart Pharmacy, I think it's something that makes you that much more relatable, my friend, in that
Sure.
it comes down at the end of the day to family. In a time, I think, when we've all been forced to investigate the superfluous in our life, get back to basics. It seems
Totally.
like you've already been doing that with your music, getting back to what you enjoyed as a kid. It's that
Yeah.
collective. And I'm going to
Yeah.
challenge you slightly, my friend. I
Sure.
think you are a band. I mean, I think that although, yes, in the maybe digestible way that we like to think of band as being more than one member,
Yeah.
you are parlaying different aspects of your creative self into this that happens to be through one vessel. But I think
Yep.
it's the collective that you are setting yourself up to expand beyond
Mhm.
just yourself.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you know, I've been in bands before, and don't get me wrong, like I love playing with other musicians. I mean, it's awesome. It's super fun, to connect with other band members and you know, feed off their excitement and creativity. But, um, I after a point, you know, the band thing, and anyone in a band can relate. Like it's tough, right? There's scheduling, people have day jobs, so kind of getting that all to work can be difficult. But one of the main reasons I broke off is, um, I actually the band that I was in a punk band before I actually broke off into Heart Pharmacy, and those other three guys that I played with, I mean, we clicked so well that just after that I was like, man, I can't imagine myself playing with anyone else and connecting like that sharply with anyone else.
Is that
So
IPX?
it was IPX, exactly. Man, you definitely did your
But I
research.
mean,
I love it.
look at Ali. I mean, it's the fact that you took all of these experiences in both your personal and professional life that led you to realizing, wow, I can step into my own power and still get what I would get from a band sensibility and rely on myself.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. Yeah, it just came down to a part where it's like, hey, I write most of the songs. I know how to play all the instruments. And I have this brain where, like, when I even listen to a song, all I'm doing is like picking out the mix and the instruments and what plugins they used, and I can really dissect a song instantly and know exactly what they did. I can even tell you where they like made edits in Pro Tools, probably in the song. Like that's
See,
how.
that's part of your genius, Ali. And I think it's something because we have a lot of artists who watch these interviews. And I love the feedback that I sometimes get one-on-one in my DMs from artists who say, wow, I'm so excited that these artists are really deep diving into a lot of the things that I thought was I was only about. But I think you're
Mhm.
hitting on something that I really haven't heard anyone talk about is this whole notion of 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 essentially, because you're a kind person, and I'm going to say this, but it might come across one
Sure.
way.
Yeah.
You no longer are having to wait on anyone to do anything.
Exactly.
And I think if there's anything as artists that we've realized during these past 2 years, especially, why we don't have to wait on, even though we love
Exactly.
it, producers or mixers or masterers or, recording studios. We can
Yep.
do it all on, and look at, you're in your studio right now.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I got an entire room just, I mean, right there is just kind of where I do my live set, and then I switch it over to the studio part here. So I got, both a live and a studio
Amazing.
going on in here.
Ollie,
that I,
you're
yeah,
incredible, my friend. Well, listen, I could speak with you forever. I want to let our audience know. For more on the amazing Ollie, aka Heart Pharmacy, you can read more about him right below this video. Ollie, I'm excited. I'm really excited. You're coming on board this, incredible new social media app, FENIX360. But I'm happy that we're now connected, my friend.
likewise. No, like I was mentioning to you earlier, I had a chance to dive into the app. I think it's a wonderful thing. It's music centric. um you pull it up, and you always see something new, and you're able to discover something new. Me as an artist, I really like it. I'm able to go in there and update it to my current content. And yeah, I want to make sure I tell everyone about it. And likewise, I'm glad I was able to connect with you and be able to correspond with you moving forward. So
Amen, my friend. And listen, we were also going to share your share app link right below this video where your
love
fans
it.
are going to be able to just click on that link, add you to their home screen. And this is what I also love about Phoenix. People walk away with an individual app just for Heart Pharmacy.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, which is great because I have 2 new singles coming out later this summer. So, hopefully it'll ding them and notify them, and they can check those out. I'm pretty
As you
excited about them.
continue to be our prescription to our musical fever, I got it.
Yes, sir. Nailed it.